Why is it a trend to hate Mrbeast on Twitter? Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video where we'll be discussing why Twitter hates Mrbeast. I'm gonna admit, I'm not sure I have an exact reason. I don't think anybody does. Because why are you hating Mrbeast for being a charitable, great S-tier man? Mrbeast is him, and you're shitting on him for why? Let's go over the first thing that caught my attention. Mrbeast donated 20,000 pairs of sneakers to Africa. People had a problem with this one because they're worried that people in need are gonna rely on people like Mrbeast to donate to them, give them money in order to be able to live so they don't have to do it for themselves. But I don't think that's at all true. I think this is a way for them to be thankful for what they got and work towards doing more with the gifts that they got. And the shoes that the children got at 9 different schools in the city that he donated to will definitely make an improvement and make a difference. So I disagree with the fact that they'll be relying on charity work and donations to get everything they need. I think this will only help push them forward more. People also had a problem with the amount of feet shown in the video. I'm just gonna say, if that is really the thing that is crossing your mind while watching this video is the amount of feet shown on the video, then you're the one with problems, not Mrbeast. The tweet that people got mad over with Mrbeast was the one where he said, if you find Feastables chocolate bars knocked over, make sure and put them up. He also went ahead and said, go ahead and knock over Hershey bars so the competition will be out of the way. And I thought it was kind of funny, but people took it way too seriously and they got all mad about it, and they were like, oh, you're promoting destruction of other people's property. No, I don't think so. I think he was just trying to make a lighthearted joke. People are going crazy for that stuff like they are with Prime, so a bunch of it gets knocked over and people don't see it. So he's asking for a little help because he can't be everywhere at once. There were people who understood this was a joke, and there were people who took it way too seriously and didn't understand it and got mad at him. And I think you're only further proving the problem with our generation, which is no one knows how to take a damn joke anymore. So be better. Be the stand-up person who can take a joke. And if you can't take a joke, just swipe away. There's a simple solution. Swipe. Don't even respond. Don't acknowledge it. Swipe. Swipe. You ever heard of that? There's these cool things called phones. They have the ability to swipe. So when you see something you don't like, you can swipe away from it. Another video people were mad over was during 1,000 people's blindness. There was nothing wrong with that video. Clearly the people who were there signed up to be there, so it was their choice to be unblind. And also, I think most of the people who were there were probably born being able to see fine, went blind somewhere throughout their life, and didn't want to be blind anymore. There's nothing wrong with that. The biggest argument with this one was it's rude to people who are blind. If you're really offended by it and you are blind, go get the same thing. And if you're proud of being blind, then good for you. You're doing something that most people don't want to do. You stay blind. Most people want to be able to see. How is it offensive if you could either go get the same solution or just be a higher up human being? I don't understand this one. How is it offensive to anyone? If you are able to see and you're the one saying this, shouldn't you be congratulating the people who were blind and didn't want to be blind anymore, so they got this procedure to be unblind? Welcome them into the world that we live in. Be able to see. If you are able to see and you're pissing all over these people who didn't want to be blind anymore, shame on you. Fuck you. Another thing people were getting pissed off over is the fact that he collects revenue for the charity channel he has, Beast Philanthropy. He had to go out of his way to clarify that he does collect revenue of him recording good deeds so he could put that money into doing more deeds so he could record it. Spread a helping hand. Beast has been doing this, taking money into good things, recording him doing good things or goofy challenges, making money off that, taking it and rinse and repeat. That's what he's been doing. I don't know why it's a new thing for people on Twitter that they've never heard of Mrbeast putting money into doing something like that. It doesn't make sense to me at this point. I mean, he's been doing the same formulaic thing for 6 years now. People are pissed off over it. For what? Himself doing a good deed like he did with the African one. He probably made money off that so he could do more good deeds. I bet you there's 100 times the good deeds he does off camera that he does on camera. The last one I saw people getting pissed off about was the jet video. He had the 2 million jet with a bunch of YouTubers. People were mad because people who really needed it could use that jet to sell it for some money. The YouTubers didn't keep it at the end. They gave it to their families who probably don't have it as well off as the people who were in the video. Yes, they're related to the YouTuber who's making millions of dollars a year, but they themselves is not doing the same, and the YouTubers can only do so much for themselves before they can help families. Beast has been doing this for years too. He'll do random challenges where you do this, you win $10,000 for your sister, or your mother, or your father, or your brother, your friend, your random person.
Any of you sits in this tub of snakes, I'll give your mom $10,000. I have a random contestant here, and if you guess the code to that safe in the room, she gets what's inside. If you let this tarantula crawl on you for 30 seconds, I'll give your mom $10,000. I was gonna offer your sister 10 grand for you to sit into it, but if you do it in the next minute, I'll give your sister $20,000.
He's been doing this. You guys are mad about stuff he's been doing. That's my overall point to this video. He's been doing this stuff. You guys are just now getting mad about it because Beast has been a target forever. You guys just can't let him keep doing good stuff without little repercussion. Yes, some of this stuff is a little more goofy than others, like the whole knockover Hershey stuff, but at the end of the day, it's a joke. If you found it offensive, just shut up and move on with your life. It's not that serious. People are just getting mad at Mrbeast just to get mad at Mrbeast. Mrbeast is the golden boy of YouTube right now. You find me someone who's done just as much, if not better, for YouTube and the community around it and everybody, to be honest, and I will be quiet. But until then, shut up. And for the people who agree with me, thank you for understanding, for having a head on your shoulders, for being level-headed, for being normal-brained, not having something icky going on up here. I appreciate you. You are loved.